Yes, sir. Welcome back to another edition of Fast Break Bets presented by BettingPros. You know me, no voice, no guys. Me, really raw, villain raw, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Okay, a lot to get through in such little time in today's fast break bets. A lot to get through. First of all, shout out to my guy Patrick Mahomes. That's all we know. 3. Let's go get it. That's all we know. So we had a very good day on the last pod. Let's start there. We went 3-0 in the picks of the last pod. LaMelo did not play in that game, so that Charlotte win and LaMelo 2D ended up voiding, but we got the Grizzly and the Pelicans to go over 241.5. The Mist and the Phantom went over. The Laces and the Vinyl went over. And Garland went over his that says 4.5. My bad. 6.5. That was 6.5 assists on that play. It wasn't 4.5. I never could get Garland as low as 4.5. So very, very good play there. Then we ended up missing on the Rose and the Mist over in Discord. Make sure you get into that Discord. We missed that. We hit Lunar Owls laying 4.5, and then we missed the Pelicans and the Hornets over 231. I'm gonna have to work on the spacing of this graphic. Maybe it's because I have a whole bunch of words in that Charlotte 2D and LaMelo, all of that. That's why that graphic is off. But nonetheless, all of that over the course of the weekend, you add the 4-0 day on Friday, and then what I did in the Discord plays were 5-2. So pretty good. Pretty good. I am not complaining about being 5-2 over the course of the weekend. Up, 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 up. And we have 3 more plays. Is it 3? It might be 3 more. It might be more than 3. Is it more than 3? No, it's 3. Yeah, okay, so I got 3 more plays for you here on a Monday. But first, I got to make sure that I talk to you about the Betting Pros Discord. If you're not in that Discord, make sure you go ahead and get into it. So you can go ahead and get all of those weekend plays that I talk about. You could have got the Lunar Owls laying 4.5 if you like that play. I talked myself, I was going to take the Rose over the Mist this weekend. And I literally talked about it in Discord and I didn't take the play. So if somebody said, hey, that looks sound reasoning, and they went ahead and took the Rose anyway, you cashed and you cashed big because they was a dog and they won outright on the money line. So uh very good if you did that, but you can only get those conversations. You can only get stuff like that in Discord. So make sure you go join that Discord, bettingpros.com/chat to get into that Discord. That is bettingpros.com/chat. All right, let's not waste any more. Wait. Wait, I'd be remiss before we get to the bets of the day that I just didn't mention. Where's my drop? Yeah, breaking news in the WNBA. The Seattle Storm have traded Jewell Loyd over to the Las Vegas Aces. They ended up trading Jewell Loyd to the Aces. The Aces will get Jewell Loyd and the 13th overall pick in the 2025 draft. The Sparks will get Kelsey Plum and the 9th pick in the 2025 draft. And then the Seattle Storm will get uh, the number 2 pick in Lee Yu and the number 2 pick in the overall draft. So, as a Jewell Loyd enthusiast, I say that you should go ahead and book the Aces to win the title right now. They still need a big that I think will put them over the top. Somebody that can play alongside Asia Wilson, somebody that can play in relief of Asia Wilson, but Jewell Loyd moves the needle. Jewell Loyd moves the needle. That is a killer that you want in the playoffs. When healthy, absolute bucket. a better defender than Kelsey Plum than people want to give her credit for. And I it's a big, like, they just need the big. They've gone and they've upgraded the position of Kelsey Plum with Jewell Loyd. No disrespect to Plum, but I don't think that there's, you have Jewell Loyd, you have Kelsey Plum, two really, really good players. But I think what Jewell Loyd gives you in the consistency of being able to find and get to her own shot, especially when she's not being double teamed or she's not the focus of attention on offense. Like when Jewell Loyd is playing second to a really, really good post player, Jewell Loyd is so good. This isn't fair, guys. As a New York Liberty fan, I'm telling you right now, first of all, 100% making it for opening night. By the way, I get to see Jewell Loyd and Asia Wilson play my Liberty. But moving on from that, 100%. I think the title is completely in grasp for the Las Vegas Aces this season. 100%. This is probably the best price you're going to get on the title as of right now, too. Maybe I should just put this bet in now while I'm talking about it. I think I might just go ahead and do it, guys. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to be giving out bets. I got distracted by talking about WNBA. Hold on. I just need to figure out what this price is right this second. It is plus 250. So last week, when this news originally dropped, shout out to Annie uh, with the Sky. I think she was the first person that was on it. It was plus 230. No, it was plus 340. Now it's plus 250. So I, I can't imagine. I can't imagine what the Aces have to do this season for this to get back up to a higher price. I think plus 250 is the best you're going to get right now. I think that's the best you're going to get right now. I really think they should be favored over the New York Liberty as of right now, but we'll see what else happens in free agency. Maybe the New York Liberty respond with another really, really good move and that changes my mind. So I'm not going to jump on it too soon, but as of right now, I would book the Aces to win the title. Okay. So here we are, 3 picks for Monday. I can get through this really quickly and not waste any more of your time. You saw them on the graphic twice already. We're going to take it for a third time because the defense is really bad for the New Orleans Pelicans right now. They play so fast. They are so desperate for a win at this point in the season, being 12-34. And this was a team that thought that they can make the playoffs again, that they can have a better showing and be able to win a playoff game, unlike they were able to do last year. Well, I didn't think that they were going to get up, but they really, really felt like they were going to get up and be a lot better this season. And it has not materialized through injuries, through overall play, through coaching, everything. It's been horrible for the Pelicans. So here we are, last 5 games. They're giving up 124 points per game. That's 28th in the NBA. Going up against the Raptors team that we've talked about them defensively. They play better right now. I will admit they have played better right now. But when this Raptors team gets up against teams that play with a lot of pace, like them, because the Raptors play with pace, they're a top 10 team in pace. The Pelicans are a top 5 team in pace. When they get to playing a team that plays with a lot of pace, they are also fine in matching that pace. And that's where you start to see it go up and down, score, especially for Toronto. They played Atlanta in that first game with a lot of pace, and that soared over the total. Second game came through. Jalen Johnson got hurt. Atlanta really couldn't get any offense going, and they fell short. But the first game, it was a lot of pace in that game, and it soared over the total. Game against the Milwaukee Bucks, it was a lot of pace in the game, soared over the total. I think this is going to be another thing here for the Pelicans where they're going to play with a bunch of pace. They're going to be trying to go up and down and score the basketball and really, really put pressure on the Raptors because the Pelicans understand they need to start putting together a lot of strings of wins. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And so what does that mean? More scoring, more scoring, more scoring. However, they are not capable of defending anything. And I think the Raptors offense, especially at home, is going to have something to say as well. So give me a over 232.5 in the New Orleans Pelicans and the Toronto Raptors game. Play number two, same game. I mean, same concept. We like the over, so who do we like to score? Zion Williamson. I have Zion here for 21.5 points. I will say this looks like this line is going up and it will probably be at, yeah, see, FanDuel's already hanging at 22.5 at even money there. I'm getting 21.5 right now at minus 120 on DraftKings. Shop your lines, but I'm taking that. I like it at 22.5 as well. And this is Zion Williamson to go over 22.5 points. The Betting Bros prop bet cheat sheet. Make sure you get that prop bet cheat sheet over there in the Betting Pros app. Has him projected to go for 26.7 today, 74% cover probability and a 5-star bet rating. And Zion's been extremely good this season to this number, but also coming back from injury. You look at what I mean, Zion hasn't played in that many games this season. So, but if you look at him when he came back from injury most recently, he is 22, 16, 21, 24, 28. So 24 and 28 in the last two games, starting to ramp up, starting to get more minutes. We still haven't seen Zion play 30 minutes in a game yet. You have to understand he's putting up these numbers and he hasn't played 30 minutes in a game yet. So as he starts ramping up more minutes, we'll start seeing Zion do more. At that 26 minutes, he had that 28-point game. At 23 minutes, he had that 24-point game. I think here in what should be a more competitive game script, the line is -1. Now, granted, the line this weekend was +2 Charlotte, and Charlotte blew them out, but Zion still got over his 22.5. I think there's not much to trust about this Pelicans team, but if I can trust anything, they're going to give Zion every opportunity to succeed because why not? You're paying him all this money, and he's played a total of 11 games this season. So I like Zion Williamson to go over 22.5 points in this game to coincide with the over. And for the last play, let's dip into the unrivaled waters and give you a play there. I'm looking at the let's see. Hold on. Okay, so we have the Vinyl and Lunar Owls playing. These are two of, again, if you listen to my power ratings that I kind of gave out and kind of talked about over the plays on Friday, you understand that Vinyl, Lunar Owls, two of the top teams. I think that there's three: Vinyl, Lunar Owls, Laces. Any order, those three teams dominating this league right now. Those are the three teams that have former 3-on-3 basketball players or current 3-on-3 basketball players on the roster. And those are also the three teams that I feel like have figured out the pace of play that you need to play with to be consistently good in 3-on-3 already. Now, let's look at the total sitting here at 142.5. You have the Vinyl, who, if you look at the three games they played this season, they went over this in the first game with the Rose 79-73. They went over this. No, I'm sorry. What's that? Yes. No, they went over this. Sorry, math in public. Yes, they went over this again against the Phantom, 84-69. And they went over it again against the Laces, 83-79. So 3-0 right now to the over of this number. You have the Lunar Owls, who went over first game of the season against the Mist, 86-84. I'm sorry, 80-84. And then you have Lunar Owls going over again against the Rose, 79-70. And then they finally did not go over when they played the Phantom. They went 82-58. However, I look at that Phantom game as a little bit of an anomaly because what happened? Phantom don't know how to play 3-on-3 yet. They're still figuring it out. And they were injured. They had Sabrina Ionescu out. They had Marina Mabry out. So the Phantom was down body. The Phantom was struggling to get up points. That game ended up going over, but it only went over by two guys. Three, I'm sorry. It was 140 was the total. They were still right there. I think 142.5 for two teams that play with a lot of pace in 3-on-3 that I think are the better two teams that understand how to play 3-on-3. You have Nafisa Collier, who cannot be guarded in this league at all whatsoever. I think this is going over the total. So give me over Lunar Owls and Vinyl over 142 and a half. All right. With that, I may have a play on the laces later. We'll see. I just want to make sure that everything is good with AT. I know AT had a leg injury that might be able to cause her to miss this game. And if AT's out of the game, I want nothing to do with the laces. I might actually end up betting the Rose if they say AT is out. But if AT's in, I could see myself talking myself into the laces getting this done by 4.5 again. I think they are really, really, really good in this 3-on-3 league. So very interested to seeing these games tip off. All right. Those are going to be your plays for a Monday. Pelicans Raptors over 231.5. Zion Williamson over 22.5 points. Vinyl Lunar Owls over 142.5 points. All right. With that, I'm at really real underscore. Give me a follow on X and TikTok. What else? Oh, Betting Bros. Give me a follow on Betting Bros at Betting Pros on X, TikTok at Betting Pros NFL, on Instagram and YouTube.com/Betting Pros, where you can like and you can subscribe to this podcast. You can also comment to this podcast, and you will have a chance to win a Trae Young autograph jersey at the end of the month. Yes, you're welcome. Very, very nice gift. So make sure you do that. Make sure you comment and subscribe, and you'll have a chance to win that jersey. With that, I think that's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end it like this. We are out of here.